buckaroos. Old pal Gabby Hayes coming at you with another one of them rip-roaring Western yarns. You're darn tootin'. Yes, sirree, Bob. Oh, say, buckaroos, I hope you all are going to school every day and studying hard and paying attention to your teachers. Because, you know, education is a wonderful thing. Yes, sir. I know, because so many of the Hayes family was school teachers. Oh, there was a lot of them. Now, you take my old uncle, reading and writing Hayes. He was a school teacher. Yep. Had a little country school way out in the prairie country out west. Well, one winter, it just got awful cold. It was so cold that, well, a lot of the schools, they just closed right up. They just couldn't stand it. But my uncle, no, sir, he just wouldn't do it. And the kids didn't want him to do it, neither, because they liked him. You know what he done? He got in 4 or 5 carloads of coal, you know, and he had it fixed so that schoolhouse was nice and warm. Everything went along fine. All but one thing. He forgot to order writing paper. Well, naturally, being a Hayes, you know, he was smart. You know what he done then? He got a great big board, put some of this coal on it, rolled it out flat and smooth and nice, give the kids chalk, and they'd write on it. You want to know something? Turned out to be the first blackboard the world has ever known. Yes, sir. Ha! Yes, sir. Oh, say, about time we got ahead with our yarn, isn't it? Yes, sir. It started when folks began to go out west. Of course, there was a little misunderstanding between the cattle ranchers and the homesteaders, but they was both on the side of law and order. Naturally, outlaws took advantage of both of them. Yeah.
The old man's alone.
Yeah. This is going to be a cinch.
What do you men want here?
Lance King sent us to make you turn back. You know, we don't like your camping this close to our range.
That's right. And the spirit of the West Valley ranches is running higher every minute you stay.
Listen, mister. We traveled a good many miles through the wilderness to get here. And you can tell Lance King we're not running back like a pack of scared jackrabbits.
All right, boys. Go to work.
You coming, Duggan?
Yeah. Go ahead. Want to see how much money the old goat's got on him. Sometimes it's plenty.
Come on, boys.
What are you doing here? Homesteading. I just dropped by to ask the old man to help local lease.
I've seen you someplace before.
Oh, no, you couldn't have. I'm new around here. My name's Ben Colton.
Why were you trying to run away from us?
Well, I thought you was part of that bunch who was just here.
Bunch? What bunch?
Well, there was an armed gang. They said they was ranchers. I tried to keep them from shooting the old man, and I got shot myself.
They only nicked you. It ain't bad.
I'm wondering why they didn't finish you. Where were they when they shot you?
Well, they was behind that wagon.
You're lying. You've got powder burns around that wound. No gun would leave him from that distance. You're a part of that gang. You struggled with Pop and he shot you.
No, I tell you, I'm a homesteader. I never saw that gang before. They called their leader Lance King.
It's no use, Colton. You work for Lance King, don't you?
Oh, of course not. What are you trying to pin on me? Let me go.
Somebody's gonna pay for killing my pop.
Hey, Jimmy, where you going?
What's his man, Soapy?
Jimmy!
Jabby, listen to me. I've heard all I need to know. Lance King killed my pop, and I'm going to get him. You're not going to stop me this time, Dean. Soapy, you let him get away.
I did not. I turned my head and his horse kicked me.
Well, bring him back. He headed north. I've got to get to the King Ranch before Jabby commits murder.
Fight the homesteaders alone, Dad. I've got the women in this valley up in arms.
It's none of their business.
It's a woman's business to keep her men alive. Those women aren't going to let their men ride out to die when one word from you might stop a range war.
Are you trying to force me to deal with Eddie Dean first?
Exactly. And you'll get no more backing from the ranchers until you do. I'll see to that.
Now, I've stood enough of your disloyalty, Mary King. Now you're going to listen to me.
After dinner, Dad, after dinner. I'm hungry now. Don't be long, will you?
For your gun, Lance King.
What do you want?
You ought to know you just killed my pop.
What are you talking about?
Isn't it enough I'm giving you a better break than you gave him? Go on, draw.
Well, with Eddie Dean and young Sawyer on their way to jail, Thayer thought he held all the cards. And he did, too. All except one. Turned out to be a nace named Soapy.
Forward! Come out the back door and I'll show you who I am.
Good old Soapy. I knew you'd make it. Did you nab Colton?
No, I trailed him to the King's ranch and then lost him.
Well, that's something.
Jebby, I took care of Pop. He'll rest in his own ground.
Thanks, Soapy.
There's no use arguing, Miss King. You're the one who insisted on the trial. Now they're going to be hung legally.
Well, I think they're innocent.
The jury didn't think so. You wouldn't want to defy the law, would you?
The law? Huh, what a laugh.
Wait a minute. Now I remember where I've seen that Colton's face before. On a reward poster. Let me see that one, Soapy.
Well, it ain't Colton. This hombre's got a mustache.
Maybe he could stand a shave.
Well, I'll be jumped up. I never knowed you could rub whiskers off a photograph.
You can if some half-wit has nothing to do between hangings but pencil them on.
George, that's Colton, all right. But what good will it do us now?
Plenty. Now, if we can...
One sound out of you and I'll let you have it. You've done enough to us already.
Listen, Mary, we've got a chance to prove our innocence. But one scream from you will make it tough. You've got to listen to me. Here, take a look at this poster. That's the way Duggan makes his living, hiring out to start trouble between homesteaders and ranchers. The one who usually does the hiring pretends to be neutral until the fighting starts.
Thayer?
Yes. I think Thayer planned to have the West Valley ranchers fight the homesteaders for him. And while they were busy killing each other, he was grabbing off their cattle.
Of course. Thayer took over the town so he could control the law while he was doing it.
Right. Now, this is the way you can help us prove it.
I told you to stay out of town, Duggan.
You told me the dean would be dead hours ago and you'd give me my money. Our job's done.
There, something's gone wrong. Eddie's holding the jail. Mary King's with him. They figured out our whole setup. Don't let Sam Wilson hear this. We need his help. Go tell him to get his men ready for a fight.
But don't you see, Mary, we've got to capture Duggan.
Yes, but how? The ranchers will shoot you before you can get out of town.
That's a chance we'll have to take.
Wilson, take your men and cover the back door. And don't hesitate to use your guns.
We'll be at the rocks back of your ranch while you're out trying to locate Duggan.
Come out with your hands up, Dean. You're surrounded. You haven't got a chance.
You'll have to come and get us there. Get him intelligent, Mary. If they find you, tell them we locked you in. Hold your fire, Sophie. Give me the signal when they make a run for the door.
What do you make of it? We're either all dead or out of ammunition. Well, let's go see. All right. We'll have to crash the door, I guess. Come on. All set? Let's go.
Now.
We got the man we want, boys. Let's ride. Remember, Duggan, if you try to make a getaway, it'll be your last ride.
I'm going to break that door in. Stay out here and cover me.
Well, sir, after our friends made their to get away from jail, they had a little mite of work to do, and they needed help. Their first helper was one of Thayer's gunslingers. They stopped his gun from singing all right. Then they got him to start singing a song they wanted to hear. Yeah.
Hold it. All right, Duggan, dismount. We're going to give you one more chance to talk, or we turn you over to the homesteaders.
They won't just ask you questions like Eddie did. Denying that you killed my pop and wounded Lance King won't get you anywhere with them.
That's right. We'll tell them you massacred a whole bunch of their kind in Dakota, and then they'll make you sweat blood for each one of them.
Yeah, you're still bluffing. Just because you gave them ranchers a slip don't mean they're not going to get you. You still got to go through Sandstone Pass. They'll get you there.
We're not going through.
What?
We're going over. Come on, mount up.
Look, no. Oh, wait a minute. Don't give me to them nesters. I'll talk.
All right. We'll head for the King Ranch. You can tell your story to Mary and Lance King.
Hey, Eddie, look up the hill. Now, what in the world could that be?
That's a signal fire. The homesteaders must be on the move.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
We'll try to put the fire out before many of the ranchers see it. Gabby, you stay here with Duggan till we get back. Come on, Soapy.
Now you can see where Dean went. He double-crossed you.
I admit it looks that way, Sam. I guess there's no use my trying to persuade you to let the homesteaders come peacefully.
No, Mary, there isn't. We'll handle Thayer later. Come on, man.
I've got the men all set.
Well, those ranchers should be coming through the pass any minute now.
Looks like we'll have to make it on foot from here.
Them ain't the West Valley cowmen.
They're not the homesteaders either.
Of all the dumb stunts, they look just like plain old gunslingers. And, hey, look over there.
Oh, it's there. Now I see what's up.
You think he lit the signal fire himself?
Of course, he's turning the rancher's own plan of defense against him. And they're riding right into his trap, look.
Holy smoke, they'll be cut to pieces.
And the homesteaders will be blamed for it.
Yeah.
We can't let that happen.
Hey, what are we doing?
Starting a gun battle will warn those ranchers. You run down and cut them off.
Sounds like some of the boys got here first and started the fireworks.
In that case, there can't be many. What if the homesteaders are in possession of the pass?
We'll just have to risk that. Come on, boys.
Wait, look.
Eddie's up on the side of the mountain fighting off the whole caboodle. Well, why don't you do something about it?
Come on, men, let's back that bunch of gunslingers out of there.
Well, sir, when Eddie Dean cleaned up them bandits, folks around that part of the country sure had something to be happy about, didn't they, huh? Yes, sir. Oh, speaking of happy, you know, that kind of reminds me of an old uncle of mine. Happy Hayes, he was known as. Oh, there was the happiest man you ever laid your... And laugh. He'd laugh at anything. And loud, too. One time, he got to laughing out in Sacramento, California, and they heard him all the way to Altoona, Pennsylvania. Yes, sir. Why, he'd laugh at anything, as I said before. He laughs aloud. He'd crack plate glass windows and keep people awake all night. Oh, he was a happy fellow. One time it got him in trouble. Yes, sir. He went on a laughing spell, and then all of a sudden he got a letter from Washington. Oh, he was happy, and he started opening it up. He thought he was going to get a medal or something like that. But it wasn't. It was a bill. Yes, sir. Government sent him a bill for cracking the Liberty Bell that hangs out there in Philadelphia. What do you think of that, huh? Oh, he was something. Well, I reckon that's just about all for today, buckaroos. But I'll be back next week with another rip-roaring Western yarn. You're darn tootin'. Yes, sirree, Bob.